Hey guys, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel where I am sharing my at-home pregnancy workouts with you. So I have planned a workout today that is going to be a little bit of Barre, Pilates, strength training inspired fusion. We're going to be using light weights only. You can definitely do these movements without weights, and if you're using weights, I would recommend 5 pounds and below. I'm going to be sticking to my 5s and my 3s today. So hop on your mat, grab your weights, and join along. Again, pregnancy safe at-home workouts where we can inspire each other to stay moving, fit, healthy, and happy during our pregnancy. Setting up on your mat, just take a little shake out here. We're gonna do a quick little warm up before we get moving. So right now we don't need any props. We're just gonna start with a modified jumping jack. So for our jumping jacks, if you're really comfortable taking a traditional jumping jack, you're absolutely welcome to, but we're just getting started. And for me, I prefer not to jump really during this pregnancy. So modified jumping jack, just tapping one foot out at a time, reaching those arms up overhead, stepping your legs nice and wide though, so you're getting that little activation through your abductors, and keep your breath moving. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed and strong and straight through those arms. Good for 3 more, 2, and 1. Awesome. Little bend in your knees, feet hips distance. We'll take some body weight squats here. Sitting nice and low, pressing those knees slightly out to the side. And then as you come up, pressing your hands behind your back to open up your chest. Good. Drive through your heels as you come up, soft through your toes. Getting that heart rate up a little, getting that blood pumping through your body. 10 more seconds here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little shake out. Arms are going to come out wide like a T, and little arm circles back. Just 10 back. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 10 forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. And we're going to grab our weights. Okay. So grabbing onto our weights, I'm going to grab my 3 pounds today. And again, I wouldn't go any heavier than 5. We're going to start with a split stance fly. So what I want you to do is take your feet really wide on the mat and then take your left foot about 3/4 of the way back. So we have a wide and long stance here. You want your right foot close to the right edge of your mat, your left toes close to the left edge of your mat. We're going to hinge from our hips, a little bend in the knees. And you're going to try your best to keep your chest really square to the floor here. Coming into some flies, we've got 50 seconds here. So you're going to take your hands in front of your chest, little bend in your elbows like you're hugging a barrel, and then open up, little squeeze at the top with your breath. Inhale down and exhale lift. Inhale down and exhale lift. Make sure you find a little pause on the top of that lift and try your best to keep your low spine neutral. So you don't want to find a big arch in your lower back here. Try to keep a nice flat low spine, protecting your lower back. Keep your ribs in, thinking about keeping your belly and your baby strong. Deep in through your nose and slow out through your mouth. We've got 5 more seconds here, and we're going to add a knee drive. So that back knee is going to drive in 2 and 1. So from here, we're going to add a knee drive. Your knee drive is going to be that left knee lifts up, and you're going to add a bicep curl. You're going to land softly, come back to your fly, close, knee drive, bicep curl. Land softly, fly, close, knee drive, bicep curl. So with that bicep curl, you want your elbows nice and high, lining up with your shoulders. So that's going to get those arms working even more. If your arms are really low, they're just not going to work as hard. So think about keeping those elbows lifted, slow on that curl. Good. 10 more seconds here. So you find that little float, little hold. Working into your balance, working into your stability, strengthening your arms, your core, your legs in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Give it a little shake out. You're going to come into a wide stance, and we're gonna come into a squat here. So we've got our weights in our hands for a little added resistance, and we've got 50 seconds here. So hands can come to your heart center with those weights. You're gonna sit low, drive through your heels, come up. Think about your breath. Inhale down, exhale up. Of course, working from home, some wild world of animals over here. I've got my 2 dogs, and we're dog sitting this week as well. Drive through your heels, come up. Inhale down and exhale up. Good. Getting those legs nice and strong. Working into those squats, strong through your legs, strong through your glutes. Going as low as you're comfortable with. Keep your chest lifted. Whew, about 10 more seconds here. Making sure you're soft in those toes. Good. In 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Shake it out a little bit. And we're going to take the fly to knee drive bicep curl on the other side. Left foot forward, right foot back. Square your hips. 50 seconds just to fly here. So again, you're kind of creating this like O shape with your arms. And then lift it up. Little squeeze at the top. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. And when you find that breath, I want you to think about breathing super deep down into your belly, into your lungs, and your ribs expanding in both directions. Feeling that expansion out. And as you exhale, feel your ribs draw back in towards one another. Remember, we're going to add that knee drive and bicep curl here. And 10 more seconds. So just preparing for that. Make sure you're driving through the heel of the front foot, so that leg's going to support you a lot here. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower your hands. Right knee drives up. Lift those elbows, align with your shoulders. Bicep curl. Land softly. Open. Close. Knee drive, bicep curl. Option here, if the knee drive is too much, you can always just step that foot in and curl. Step it back. Fly. Close, step in, curl. Of course, the knee drive is going to add a little bit more work. You're going to have to stabilize a little bit more with that front leg, helping with your balance, strengthening up the hamstring, up the glute, strengthening your core, strengthening your upper back, your thighs here. 10 more seconds. We've got 1 more round of squats, and then we're going to change up our sequence in 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Give it a little shake out. Shake out those legs. And we've got 50 seconds of squats here. Weights to your heart. Sit low and lift. Good. Making sure you're pressing your knees very lightly out to the side, just so they're not knocking into center. Drive through your heels to come up. Inhale. Exhale. Even at the top, keeping a little micro bend in your knees. You don't want to lock out those legs. Good. Obviously the weights give you a little extra resistance, but if you think about it, we're carrying a little more weight than we normally would, so that's a little extra resistance than we're normally used to. 10 more seconds here, a little bit more. Good, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Give it a little shake out. We're taking a new little bit of movement here. So we're gonna come into a nice wide stance here. You want your toes slightly out, or really all the way out, and your heels all the way in. And we're gonna take those weights to your shoulders. I still have my 3-pound weights here. We're gonna sit straight down, and before we worry about moving anywhere, I want you to make sure you're pressing your knees back. So you're activating your abductors, you're activating your glutes, and you can see your big toes when you look down. If your knees are covering your toes completely, you're favoring the inside of the foot a little too much, just give the knees a little press out. We're gonna take those weights to the shoulders, and we've got 50 seconds here. I'm gonna get my clock going. Weights to the shoulders, 50 seconds here. Drive through your heels, inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Good. When you lower, you just want to lower to goalpost shape with your arms. So your elbows line up with your shoulders. You don't let them drop any lower than that. Inhale down. Exhale up. Sitting straight down. and straight up, driving through your heels. Your inner thighs are really helping to lift you here. So yes, glutes are working, quads are working, but think about those inner thighs as you lift, activating to straighten. Maybe your weights gently tap overhead. Good, you guys are doing awesome. Keep going, keep breathing. Holding nice and low, we're gonna pulse it down. So you're gonna pulse your seat down and you're gonna pulse your arms a little bit up. Teeny little pulses, pulsing down and pulsing up. Drive through those heels, keeping those knees ever so slightly back. Pulse down with your seat and a little up with your arms. Good, 30 full seconds, you're almost there. You've got 5 seconds left. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, let's set those weights down. Give it a little shake out. We'll take a quick quad stretch here. So start by catching your right foot in your right hand. You're welcome to hold onto a wall. Just a little stretch. We got a little more work to do. A little pause, quick stretch. And take it to the other side. Holding left foot in your hand. Maybe a little pull back. Breathe in and out. Good, set it all down. And we're gonna come on down into a table. So we're gonna do some glute work here. I'm going to grab my 5-pound weights for this. You only need one weight. And we're gonna take that weight behind the knee. I'm gonna turn around for the sake of just seeing what side I'm working. So you want to take your weight just behind the knee, and right away you're gonna have to take your heel in towards your bum. So yes, the weight is creating extra resistance, but also that action of squeezing your heel into your bum, flexing your hamstring is gonna activate your hamstring and your glutes a little bit more, which is awesome. So we've got 50 seconds here. We're gonna take a donkey kick double pulse. Here we go. So that looks like this. We're gonna lift, pulse, pulse, lower, hover here. Good, lift, pulse, pulse, lower, hover here. Lift, pulse, pulse, lower, hover. Good. All the while you're actively pushing the ground away with your hands, keeping your core active, keeping your spine neutral. Your gaze is down on your mat, so you're not looking up here. You want to keep your neck in alignment with your spine. Lift as you exhale, inhale as you lower. Exhale and inhale. Double pulse and lower. 10 more seconds like this. We're going to come into traditional donkey kick. Keep squeezing your heel in towards your bum, really squeezing that weight nice and tight in 2 and 1. Now we just lift, pause, and lower. So no more double pulse here. Lift, pause, and lower. 30 seconds. Lift, pause, and lower. Breathing nice and deep. Expanding your ribs. And then blowing out of your mouth like you're blowing out a candle. 10 more seconds like this. Find that little pause at the top. For 3, for 2, and 1. Hold it at the top. 10 seconds, we pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We're going to lower that knee down to a hover. You're going to take your left forearm down, so you're looking up and over your right shoulder. Keep squeezing your heel in towards your bum. And we're going to find fire hydrants here, just 10 rounds. Lift and lower for 10, 9, get as high as you can, 8, you can keep the weight or you can put it down, 7, 6, squeeze your heel in towards your bum, especially if you have that weight, keep that weight in tight, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Holy tamale. Okay. You're going to grab that weight. You're going to set it out of the way. You're going to take your right hand down. Take your right leg out long once more. And we're going to find oil rigger push-ups here. So they are going to look kind of like a chaturanga push-up in yoga. You're going to shift a bit forward, shoulders ahead of your wrists. And we've got 10 push-ups here. Your elbows come straight back. Your chest comes down as your foot comes up for 10, 9. Your triceps create a little table. 7, 6, I might have skipped 8, I'm so sorry. In 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, worst case scenario, you did 9. 2, and 1. Whew. All right, come on back through to your table. Give your tush a little shake out. And then we're gonna sit hips back over towards your right foot, kind of like a modified child's pose here. Come forward, inhale, and over to that left foot. All right, we've got another side to do. So I'm gonna have you take your weight and you're gonna take it behind the opposite knee. So I'm gonna take that same 5-pound weight into that crook of that left knee and then squeeze your heel in towards your bum. So before you even go anywhere, you should feel that action. You're like flexing your hamstring like you'd flex your bicep. And we're gonna find that double pulse to start, 50 seconds here. So lift, pulse, pulse, lower and hover. Lift, pulse, pulse, lower and hover. Breath is moving. Remember, it's just 50 seconds here. You're almost there. This is the last bit of work in this workout. Being so proud of yourself for staying moving, keeping your mind and your body healthy throughout this pregnancy. Maybe thinking about that baby in your belly, hugging her in tight or him in tight, ribs in. Good, lift, pulse, pulse, lower and hover. 10 more seconds, pulse, pulse, and hover. Pulse, pulse, and hover. Good, last one. Good, full range for 30 seconds. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Breathing the whole time through. Good, make sure you find that little pause at the top. 10 more seconds here. And we've got 10 seconds. We're gonna hold at our biggest lift and pulse. Good, hold it up, pulse it out. Just 10 seconds here. Teeny little pulses. Keep your heel in tight towards your bum. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo, tush on fire. All right, we're gonna find our fire hydrants here. Speaking of fire, right forearm down. You're gonna have your left hand down. We'll look up and over your left shoulder. Squeeze your heel in tight, squeeze that weight. You can always lose the weight for the fire hydrants. It's a little more awkward. And we're gonna lift and lower for 10 full rounds. For 9, unless I miscount again, who knows, 8. Breathing, 7, 6, 5, 4, in 3, holy moly, in 2, last 1, nice work. Okay, come back up to your hands. You're gonna set that weight to the side. We are done with our weights today. Last push, oil riggers here. So that left leg comes out, push the ground away, shift a bit forward. You wanna keep that strength in the upper back. 10 little oil riggers. Lower and lift, lower and lift. You can modify with both knees down. 7, 6, in 5, breathing here. 4, slow and steady. You don't have to go too low. 3, and 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. We're gonna take it back, child's pose. Breathe in. And wave it to a table, breathe out. Give it a little shake out side to side. And then sitting down on your bum. Give yourself a hand here. You did awesome. If you want a little bit more, you're welcome to start this from the top and go one more time through for a really robust workout. Although you already did great work, and ending here is absolutely perfect as well. Please be sure to like and subscribe so I can keep creating free content for you, and comment with what else you'd like to see here at our at-home pregnancy workouts. Thanks again for joining me, and I will see you soon.